What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. This story's called, yeah, sure, my grocery cart means I work here. So, I finally met one in the wild, the infamous Karen, and I couldn't help but laugh so hard at this lady, only angering her more. The usual I'm on mobile, yada yada yada. Today I was shopping for my family at the Midwest's best grocery store, Chain M, something that I dislike on Sundays as it is a madhouse, and therefore I usually order my groceries if I procrastinate until Sunday. But I needed a little break from my amazing family after so much togetherness over the last few days. We buried my dear mother-in-law Friday after an aneurysm that shocked us all. Like I said, I needed a break even though I am on chemo and took it yesterday. I do Saturdays so I don't miss work and so my students don't see their teacher looking deathly ill. I digress. Back to the story. As I mentioned earlier, I dislike shopping on Sundays, but here I was, ready to tackle the crowds with my on a mission stare, and one headphone is listening to a book, the other dangling out so people could not only see I was listening to something and therefore not approach me, but also know that I could hear them if I was in the way or something. The big red M has produce in the front of the store, and their employees wear blue-collared shirts with khakis or black pants, or a blue apron with khakis or black pants, and always closed-toed shoes. Oh, and a visor or ball cap. Today I'm sporting a navy shirt with red, purple, and light blue flowers, jeans rolled up to just above my ankles, platform sandals, and my pink sunglasses on top of my head. I look nothing like their wonderful employees, and since I'm pushing a blue shopping cart and looking at produce, minding my own business when Karen first makes her appearance. Karen clears her throat. I move to the side, assuming she also wants to look at the blackberries on sale, 5 for $5. Wait, 5 individual berries? My book is getting interesting, so I don't pay her much mind. Ahem! Then clears her throat again. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm almost done. Midwestern manners kick in, and I hurry up. I said, excuse me! Sorry? I'm sure I looked as thoroughly confused as I was at this point, since I had only taken a quick moment to get my 5 pints. Are you done yet? Mind you, I'm walking away with my cart at this point, so yeah, I'm done, dummy. All yours. They all look good. It's a good price, huh? Yeah, but I want the ones you got since it looks like you got the best ones. I think they all look good, sorry. I turn to leave and go to the bananas. Well, that was rude, she says loudly and at no one in particular. I keep shopping, laughing at how I've just encountered a Karen of sorts, but thankfully made it out unscathed, or so I thought. Next up is the bakery department. I'm picking up some sweets for my boys, 4 and 6, and my husband for breakfast since my husband is on bereavement and will be taking the boys into school, leaving me to get some grading done before my students get to school. Karen re-entered the picture just as I picked up a 40% off package of donuts. Score! I was gonna get those! Mind you, I had them in my cart before she was even in the area. Okay, well that stinks, I think. Oh, here we go again. It's not fair. You are taking all the good stuff for yourself. Well, I guess get ahead of me then? No, you need to share with the customers. I believe store has a first come, first served policy, but whatever. Customers should not have to wait for you to get their stuff. Me still not realizing that she thinks I work here. Whatever, hon. I don't have to cater to you. I walk away with my donuts. I said I wanted those. I am ignoring her and walking away. Karen was not at all happy about this. Give me those cookies. They're donuts and no! You can't just take what you want. Give them. Still walking, I say. I got them first, and it looks like I can and did. Toodles! Big grin on my face. I go up and down the frozen aisle quickly as all I was getting was popsicles for my boys. I'm in the fish department, which also hosts bacon for some reason, when Karen makes her way to me. She says some innocent older lady, "Don't you hate when entitled brat employees take things and hide them for themselves?" The lady nervously smiles at her as she continues. "They think they're special and they ignore the paying customers." I actually laugh hard at her nonsense and respond as the lady and Karen are blocking my path. I always assume that they are not working, on break or something. I've not worked retail in many years. but I think everybody should at some point, as it helps one appreciate how difficult it can be. The innocent lady smiles at me and says, "You are so right." This enraged Karen, but she's yet to go off, so I keep shopping. I'm looking at the wine selection, trying to figure out if I want to get another bottle or actually drink what I have at home when again, Psycho Karen approaches. I naively thought maybe she heard me when I said I don't work in retail. "Nope. I suppose you're gonna get some wine too?" "Nope. I'm gonna drink what I have at the house, but this is good if you're wanting a decent bottle." "I should have known you're an alcoholic." "What?" "An employee who uses their discount to get some cheap wine. Ha! You are sad." "Actually, you, my dear, are the sad one, and I don't work here, so please leave me alone. I'm done with your entitled behavior." Karen rips my headphones out of my ear. It's a cheap pair, but still. "How rude! Take those out!" "Excuse me? Do not touch me again, lady." "I've had about enough of you and your sad alcoholism." "That's funny. I've had about enough of you and your cruel behavior. And for the record, I drink about once every few days, a glass at most to unwind from my not here position." I know that I worded this poorly. "Do not lie to me. I know you work here." "No, but I shop here regularly, so maybe you've seen me here. I've never worked for M. I know for a fact that no employee looks remotely like me." "Yes, you do. You're wearing the colors even." "So, because I'm wearing a different blue with red flowers, I work here?" "You effing—" Yes, she said effing, not the actual word. "Work here." Me laughing hysterically at my Karen in the wild catch. "Yeah, okay, lady. Wait here. I'm getting your manager and you'll be sorry." Oh, and she reaches into my cart and takes my donuts. I laugh and take them back. Karen, red in the face, "Management, manager, manager, manager." I walk away, and surprisingly, 2 other customers come up to me. "What in the heck was that lady's problem with you?" "I don't know. I guess she thinks that I work here, and employees must bow down to her." "You handled her so well, I would have been frantic." "I know you from somewhere. Are you my kid's teacher?" "I am a teacher. Who's your kiddo?" "Kid's name." "Yup. How's his project going?" We chat and then go back to shopping because we hear Karen still hollering about needing a manager, and none of us wanted to deal with her brand of crazy. I head to the other non-grocery side of the Mega Mart, get what I need, and head to the checkout feeling grateful that I managed to get what I needed without further incident. Or so I thought. I'm standing in line, cart full, when I hear the god-awful voice of Karen. "Let me in front of you. I already reported you to your manager and she said she'll talk to you later. Employees should go after customers." Hands on her hips expectantly. I don't know who you talk to, but again, I don't work here. I have waited for 2 other customers to get through the line beforehand, and while I appreciate your cart has less than mine, I don't think I'll offer you anything since you have been insufferably narcissistic and have displayed downright disgusting behavior. That's it. The nasty woman hit me. She actually hit me with her cart. "I'm getting your manager. You'll be sorry." She took off yelling again as I begin to unload my cart. I'm pale in the face because today is the day after my chemotherapy treatment, and I am so not happy with this lady and her nasty attitude. Normally, I would have let someone with a few small items go ahead of me, but not today, as I just want to get home and get to bed. I'm lucky enough my chemotherapy doesn't render me bedridden like it does many people, but I don't exactly feel great. The kind employees notice my sheet-white appearance and ask if I need assistance, and said that they'd already called the manager after the incident with the lady, and normally I would say no thank you, but I take him up on his offer and sit in the blue benches in front of his lane while he and another employee unload and reload my cart. They even put in my perks code for me. This store really is the best. The manager comes up as I'm getting up to pay, Karen in tow. "Is this the lady you're talking about?" "Yes! Ha! She's still here. Now take care of her. She was so rude and she took all the good things. I bet she steals too." She isn't an employee. She shops here often, ma'am, so maybe you've seen her here?" "You're telling me she doesn't work here? Ha! I do not understand why you're covering for her. She stole from my card. Customer 1, who I think was waiting around for Karen, is in line and says loudly,
You stole from her card. She just took it back.
Well, employees should not get the discounted things. Ma'am, employees are allowed to buy whatever they please. And again, I'm sorry, she doesn't work here. She's a thief! Please, just let me be. I'm feeling quite ill, but if you need to look at a video or something, I'll wait. But can you please put up my frozen popsicles? The employee who saw her hit me says, Manager, I think you should look at the video in my lane, too. I did nothing wrong. No one said you did. She raises an eyebrow. Some other employee comes out. I think he was store security. He says, Manager, I think you'll find the lady in pink was repeatedly harassing the lady in blue and even hit her. Turns to me, we can produce video if you want to press charges. I just want to get home. I think I'm gonna be sick. Call the cops. They'll see she's a thief. Okay, I am so over you, lady. I will gladly wait for the police to arrive and I'll press charges as you have harassed me repeatedly, attempted to damage my headphones, and hit me. I have never stolen anything in my life except a piece of candy when I was 5, and I felt so guilty about it that I went back and tattled on myself and paid for it. Let's calm down. Liar, you stole my donuts. Me very calmly and sweetly as can be. No, I merely took back my donuts that you took out of my cart. Let's review the tapes. Gladly, but can I please sit? I'm really not feeling well. Faker! They called the police, and the police officer reviewed the tapes as Karen sat there smugly with a poop-eating grin expecting vindication. Police officer asks for our statements. Karen jumps in first. I'm visibly sick at this point, and the officer asks me if I'm okay. I tell him I'm in chemotherapy and I don't feel good. This seems to anger Karen, who begins yelling at me as it is now my turn to speak. The officer asks her to shut up. She doesn't, so he handcuffed her and said she was going to be charged with disrupting the peace, regardless of whether I wanted to press charges against her for harassment and repeated assaults, among other things. She went even more pale than me, which is saying something. The manager gave me a gift card for my troubles and said with a wink in her eye if I ever wanted a job, I could have one. I did press charges, which I would have dropped, but since she made me throw up in public, I wanted her to be humiliated too. I plan on using my gift card for some classroom items, tissues, hand sanitizer, and food for my homeless students. I told the manager I don't need the gift card, but she insisted, and when I told her what I'm using it for, the $20 became $100. My students are going to have food for the weekends for several weeks. Thank you, Karen and manager, the Thrifty Acres. Alright, before I start crying because that was really sweet, there are some update-aronies. The police said they are going ahead with charges, all they could say for now. That's all. First, let me say, I love when teachers care about their students, holy crap. Even though that could have been seen as self-horn tooting, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and appreciate her generosity and love for her students, because stuff like that really makes me happy. This story's called Update on My Post. Yeah, sure, my shopping cart means that I work here. Haha, tricked ya. So, I got a call today from an attorney. I guess my Karen is not mentally stable, as I feared. Apparently, she has, from reading between the lines, as the attorney told me nothing, some form of dementia? They asked me if I could drop my part of the complaint against her. I would add this to my original post, but apparently too many people didn't follow the rules, so they locked it from comments. I told him that I would consider it, but I have to think about it as she caused me a lot of stress. I am at a loss, and I don't truly want to inflict pain on anyone truly ill. My grandmother, had Alzheimer's disease, and I know in the early stages that it can manifest as being a total jerk. But would her family or caregivers not be with her if they knew she had this? Also, if this were true, wouldn't the police drop the charges as they are really the ones who can do that without my say? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the legal system in the US very well. Also, my gift card bought a giant bottle of hand sanitizer and 4 boxes of tissues, 2 things of sanitary napkins, 3 boxes of tampons, 2 bags of discount Easter pencils, and so much amazing food for my kids that it should last until school is over for the year, and then they can take the remaining items home. I'll supplement as usual with fresh fruit, but did get several bags of oranges and apples already. And in case you're wondering how chemo is going, I don't really see any posts about it, but she did make a post 10 days ago, and apparently there have been other Karen-scapades going on there, so I think she's doing well, and we we just gotta appreciate generous teachers. I remember when I was in 5th grade, okay? Now, when I was in elementary school, and I guess junior high, my whole thing, like most people knew me for, like in my class, other classes, was that I loved pie. I would draw pictures of pie on all my homework and class assignments. I would constantly say I like pie. I don't know, I was weird. But I like to think of it as a charming characteristic, and it was never really annoying. I just, it was obvious that I loved pie, and I still do. And I kind of miss being known for liking pie. Like, that was a pretty cool time for me, now that I'm looking back. But anyways, my English teacher in 5th grade, Mrs. Carroll, she made me pies, I think it was 3 pies, for a potluck she organized for my class. She specifically asked me what pies I wanted, and she was gonna make them for me. Personally, for me. And I don't know, I just really appreciated it. It was so nice. She didn't have to do that, and I think about it a lot. And I still have an undying love for pie. It's just not my trademark anymore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.